All right, welcome to this week's Explainer. We're going to be diving deep into the Cardano ecosystem. And let me tell you, there is a lot going on, from some really cool financial tools to a cultural scene that's just blowing up. So yeah, let's jump right in.
Okay, so the big question is, what's actually building in the Cardano ecosystem right now? Well, let's take a little tour, and we're going to start in what you could call the financial district, because it's expanding like crazy.
All right, first up, big moves in DeFi. I mean, the financial engine of this whole ecosystem is getting a serious power boost. We're talking about new tools that are completely changing the game for how you can manage and grow your assets.
Okay, so one of the key ideas here is yield. And really, that's just a fancy word for the interest you earn on your crypto. Now, usually, this is something you just, you set it and forget it. It's kind of passive, it's locked in. But there's a new project that's about to flip that whole idea on its head.
And that project is called Pulse. It's launching November 24th, and folks, this is a total game changer for anyone doing yield farming. Think about it. Instead of waiting a whole year to get your earnings, you can literally sell your future yield today for an instant profit. This is a super powerful financial tool, something that's been a big deal on Ethereum, and now it's coming to Cardano for the very first time. And hey, for those of you already earning yield, Surf just rolled out a really nice upgrade to its portfolio page. This is a fantastic little quality of life update, You're not just seeing what you've already earned, now you get a really clear picture of what you can expect to get back from borrowers in the future. It's all about giving you the full picture of your finances.
Speaking of earnings, you gotta check this out. The staking rewards over at Bodega Market are just soaring. And it makes perfect sense, right? The more people that use the platform, the more money there is to go around, and the more profitable it becomes for everyone staking the Bodega token. It's that classic network effect, and it's awesome to see it playing out.
Okay, now this next one is a really big deal. We could be looking at a move away from the old way of doing loans, where you have to put up way more money than you're borrowing. Instead, we're talking about reputation-based lending. Newcast is leading the charge here, building a system where you can borrow without having to lock up a huge pile of collateral. This could totally change the game for how people get access to capital in DeFi.
And to top off our little tour of the financial district, how about this? Strike Finance just dropped this absolute bombshell of a teaser. 50x leverage. Whoa. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, that means traders can basically multiply their bets by 50 times. Yeah, it's risky, but the potential profits are huge. This is a serious tool for serious traders, and it's a huge signal that some really high-powered stuff is on its way to Cardano.
All right, let's switch gears a bit. We're moving on from finance, and we're going to talk about how this digital city is actually run. We're talking tokens and governance. Because, any good economy needs a solid foundation, and we're seeing some really key updates that are just making the whole ecosystem stronger and more mature.
And a great example of this is what's happening with the Pavia metaverse. So they just formed a new community council, right? And their very first move was to vote, anonymously, by the way, to simplify their whole economy. They're ditching one of their tokens to focus all the value, all the utility into just one, the Pavia token. It's a smart move, all about making things clearer and stronger.
And here's another big economic shift you need to know about. The Cornucopias token, copy, is actually turning into a new token called Rise. As you can see, there's a whole timeline for this migration. The MEX exchange has already hit pause on trading to get ready for the swap. Yeah, it's a complicated process, but it's a really crucial step for the project's future.
Now, this is pretty fascinating. What we're seeing here is how two different projects can help each other out. The Chakra protocol is basically becoming this value engine for Indigo's ecosystem. How? By locking up more and more of the main IND token. We're talking over 31,000 tokens already taken out of circulation. That creates scarcity, which helps make the whole system stronger.
Okay, now for the fun stuff. Because a digital city isn't just about finance and rules, right? It's got to have culture. And let me tell you, the arts, collectibles, and entertainment district is absolutely on fire right now.
Check this out. Mecha Labs is getting super creative with their new Mint Bounty program. I mean, they're breaking it all down here. There are so many ways to win. You get bonuses if you buy a bunch, you can get 100 ADA on the spot if you mint an ultra rare, and then, to top it all off, if you win any of these bounties, you're in a massive raffle where one person takes home the whole prize pack. Pretty cool. All right, all you sports fans out there, listen up, because things just got a whole lot more interesting. Betfee has officially launched NBA betting. And the best part? They've made it so So easy. You don't even have to go to a website. You can just place your bets with a simple command right inside Discord. This is such a cool idea. Melty Moon is bridging that gap between the digital and the physical world by offering these collectible figurines. And look, this isn't just random merch. The idea here is that it's a way to introduce your friends to crypto culture by giving them something cool they can actually hold in their hands.
So, let's talk about growth. A digital city can't just be for the people who are already there, right? It needs wide open gates for newcomers. And that's exactly why having easy-to-use front doors, or on-ramps, is so important.
And that front door is what we call a fiat on-ramp. It's basically the bridge that connects the regular money world, dollars, euros, to the crypto world. It's what lets you buy digital assets without having to jump through a million complicated hoops.
And this is why this is such a huge deal for accessibility. ViperSwap is adding its own fiat on-ramp this week. This is going to make it easier than ever for new people to get into the Cardano ecosystem. Honestly, this is a massive step toward mainstream adoption.
So let's pull back for a second. What's the big takeaway from all this? Well, the Cardano ecosystem is firing on all cylinders. I mean, we're seeing everything from these really sophisticated new financial tools to a digital culture that's just thriving. The growth is happening everywhere, all at once. When you look at all the developments from just this week, it paints a really clear picture. The ecosystem is seeing this, I guess you could call it a Cambrian explosion of innovation. There are just so many pieces falling into place at the same time. So the real question isn't if Cardano is going to have its next big breakthrough. It's what that breakthrough is going to be. We'll be watching, that's for sure. Thanks for tuning in.